1976 was exploding with jazz rock, and one of the hottest releases was from a German band named Frob, from their singular self-titled album, the red hot track Flash. Okay, that is Philippe Caillat on lead guitar doing some red hot filigree, and he has got 9 credits according to Discogs. And let's see, after this album he was in By Collection, Fire Brigade. Definitely an underused talent here. And the drummer is Peter Meuffels, just pile driving over that guitar bass figure there, and 9 credits as well on Discogs, mostly for backup behind German singer-songwriters, it looks like, during the early 1980s. In groups, was in another group, was in a group called Black Ass. Hot Lips, Hot Lips. And those really shrill, like, organ interludes that you're hearing here and there are by Peter Schmits. And this seems to be the only album he ever appeared on. Wow. This has kind of a live sound to it. Like the recording quality is somewhat limited, but you can tell they're just like playing their hands out, playing their art. They're just putting everything into it. And beneath it all, maybe a little bit more felt than heard throughout a lot of this, although he took some of the opening notes, is bassist K.D. Richter rounding out the foursome, and he would not resurface until about 2 decades later when he appeared on like 1 or 2 comedy recordings. Yeah, underused talent. From where I'm sitting, the guitar is mostly coming out of this speaker, and the organ interludes are coming out at this, from this side, the organ interjections, and the bass and drums are in the center of it all. It still has that kind of quaintness production. It sounds like it was recorded like on a 4-track kind of from an adjacent room, sort of like in a maybe kind of large, high roof setting. Produced by one Nobby Morks, and this is his only credit on Discogs. And original copies of this album are going for as much as $224 on, according to Discogs. The median price is $112. Yeah, wow. Although it was reissued in 2004 on Garden of Delights. I like that organ sound in that it's a real like 1969, 1970 type of organ sound. You don't hear it much in like mid 70s jazz rock. It's an interesting thing here, but this band's kind of coming at it more from the kind of hard rock background. I can tell. Like I'm hearing like that Return to Forever sound. Like I'm hearing Scope, kind of, but I'm also hearing elements of like hard rock. I'm not as because this is sticking to like two movements sort of. It's not quite going into like the wide breadth of changes and idiomatic changes. It's like we haven't gone from like jazz rock to classical to funk and back around. We've stayed pretty much in kind of like an almost psychedelic hard rock, kind of a jazzed up jazz rock, psychedelic hard rock. Oh, the way it modulated toward the end, that way, the way the key singer just kept rising, that intensity and such. Yeah, very frantic number, energetic, just dazzling. Yeah, they're kind of good pieces for like the aspiring guitarist to play along to test his or her skills, lightning licks and all that. Yeah, a band can never do wrong, like trying to explore the utmost of speed, precision, dexterity, and when paired with a really great, chordal pattern to base it on, and you got the ensemblic interplay. You got several other instrumentalists who can feel out their space within it, and like that. Like the organist kind of knew when to interject. He knew when to kind of be subdued. He knew when to just add a little bit of support, and he knew when to just really cut in and take over. And like the drumming just wouldn't quit throughout. I mean, and however like limited sonically they may have been by like low budget production, recorded at Studio Guy Simon. Wonder, and it's studio located in Montpellier, France, and according to Discogs, that's the only album recorded there. Although I don't know how, I don't have to pay attention, so I'm not quite sure if studios always get entered in there. And so there may have been other recordings there that just haven't been entered into the database. But recorded between 12/28, 1975, and 1/4, 1976. So right kind of at the start of 1976. And I'm pretty sure to those who were lucky enough to know of this album's existence at the time, available through probably the soundtrack to some lucky people that year, and much more known today because it's commanding high prices and is also ranked pretty well on Rate Your Music. I think it's up at like I think it's up in the upper 200s. Pretty good for a little known album. Like taking off and gaining quite a reputation in recent years as just as a class act of jazz rock, lightning, speed, precision, and filigree. Anyway, for more Rubies and Sapphires from the Frob album, the singular self-titled Frob album, and for other German jazz rock bands, and I tell you, the German jazz rock scene is just endless. So many bands, so much to explore, so much to take in, so much great musicianship, great dynamic composition. And, see the directory of directory of albums by German artists from the 70s and 80s. About almost 1,200 titles strong at this point. And so a lot to take in. Don't try and do it all in a day. Don't try and do it all in a month or even a year. There is several years of music to explore on there. And that's if you do it diligently. And like and subscribe and follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links are in the description. And until next time, this is Zaragon, the world's most air travel trimaximalist, signing off.